Hi, this is grade 8, lesson 6. We're talking about the coordinate plane, graphs, and a slope of a line. If you look at this picture right here, you see the two axes, the vertical and the horizontal. They form a system of coordinates, and they are on a plane, which means they are on a 2D surface. The horizontal axis is called the x-axis, and the vertical axis is called the y-axis. We use the coordinate plane in order to graph certain relationships. Say I have a point that has the coordinates of 2, 2, point A. I will draw one vertical and one horizontal line to where the values are on the axis, and each line that goes out from the point has to be parallel to the opposite axis. So the vertical to the vertical axis and the horizontal to the horizontal, and this point A has the coordinates of 2 and 2. The x coordinate always comes first, the y coordinate always comes second, and we call the coordinates of a point the ordered pair. It's a pair of them. It's always x and y on a plane, but it's also ordered. So x comes first, y comes second. You could have positive and negative numbers on the coordinate plane. Two axes split each other into 4 quadrants. Quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. Depending on which quadrant the point is located in, it has the corresponding signs of the coordinates. So in quadrant 1, all values of x and y are positive. In quadrant 2, y values are positive, but x values are negative. Negative 1, negative 2, and so on. In quadrant 3, both x's and y's are negative. In quadrant 4, y's are negative, x's are positive. Using all or one of the quadrants of the coordinate plane, we can always represent a relationship between certain two quantities. Remember that you always need to mark the origin. So 0. 0 is the center of the coordinate plane. In this case, we only have positives and positives, so we're working with only quadrant 1. As you can see, we have the relationship between distance in kilometers and time in hours. Time goes up by 1, distance goes up by 100. So the vehicle travels at a certain speed, and we want to determine what that speed is. After 1 hour, it goes 100 kilometers, so the point will go here at 100. After 2 hours, it covers 200 kilometers. After 3 hours, 300 kilometers. After 4 hours, 400 kilometers, and so on. And if I connect these points, they will form a straight line. I'll try to make it as straight as possible. Okay, so they form a straight line. This means that the speed of the vehicle was constant. It was always the same. I can use a special formula that helps me determine the speed or a slope of a line like this. I use lowercase m to represent the slope of a line, and the formula says that in order for me to find the slope of a line, I need to take 2 points on this line, say this one and this one, point A and point B, and then subtract their coordinates in terms of y and in terms of x and divide them by each other. So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. For point A, the coordinates are 1, 100. For point B, the coordinates are 2, 200. Remember that x always comes first, y always comes second. It doesn't really matter whether you are taking A as your first or B as your first. You will still get the same answer. So let's set it up in terms of values. y2 minus y1, 200 minus 100. x2 minus x1, 2 minus 1. M equals 100 over 1, which is 100. And my units were kilometers here and hours here. So kilometers for y and hours for x, kilometers per hour. So in this problem, the slope of a line on a graph represents the speed at which the vehicle has been moving all this time. So the speed of this vehicle is 100 kilometers per hour. You can use this formula to find the slope of any line on the graph, on the Cartesian plane, as long as you know at least 2 points and their coordinates on the graph. Now I encourage you to go and do some practice on this, review your note for the lesson, and then continue to the next lesson of grade 8, lesson 7. And I'll see you again.